Christmas Tree, and it is written by Robert Barry. Now this is one of my favorite holiday traditions, is to read this story with my children every year. It's Miss Katie's favorite. And now I'm excited to share it with you. Mr. Willowby's Christmas tree came by special delivery, full and fresh and glistening green, the biggest tree he had ever seen. He dashed downstairs and he opened the door, and this was the moment he had waited for. A magnificent tree. Splendid, he cried. Please, sirs, won't you carry it right inside? I think the tree might look best this year, right in the parlor corner here. Oh, no, friends, but when the tree stood in its place, Mr. Willowby made a terrible face. The tree touched the ceiling and bent like a bow. Good heavens, he gasped. Something must go. What is wrong with our tree, friends? It is too tall. Oh, let's see what Mr. Willowby decides to do. Baxter the butler was called in on haste to chop off the top, though it seemed quite a waste. That's great, Mr. Willowby cried with glee. Now we can begin to trim my tree. When the trimming was well underway, the top was placed on a silver tray. Baxter said, I know who would be delighted with this Christmas tree. And so it was presented to Miss Adelaide, Mr. Willowby's upstairs maid. So friends, how many trees do we have now? We have this one big tree, and now we have a smaller little tree. So we have 2 trees. Won't this tree be a pretty sight once I've trimmed it later tonight? Oh, but the top, oh dear, I'm so afraid, will have to be cut, said Miss Adelaide. And so with scissors sharp and long, she snipped off the top while she hummed a song. The top was set out the very next day in the back of the house to be thrown away. Friends, how many trees do we have now? That's right, 3 trees. Okay. That little tree top caught the eye of Tim the gardener passing by. He certainly was not about to see that little tree thrown out. He hurried home straight away to see what Mrs. Tim would say. Follow, surprise, surprise. His wife could not believe her eyes. But our house, she said, is so snug and small. I don't believe we need it all. And before Tim had a chance to shout, she cut off the top and threw it out. How many trees now, friends? That's right, 4. Very exciting. Barnaby Bear was padding by and almost hit him in the eye. Now who would throw a tree away so very close to Christmas Day? I'll take it home, that's what I'll do. Look, Mama Bear, I have a present for you. Isn't it a pretty tree? Yawned Barnaby quite drowsily. But Little Bear, standing off far, said, that tree won't hold a star. Uh-oh, you see it, friends? Barnaby said, let's cut a hunk off at the bottom, here at the trunk. But Mama Bear just shook her head and sliced the treetop off instead. How many trees now, friends? That's right, 5 trees. Jolly by golly, Barnaby said with a kick. Mama, that surely just is the right trick. Let's trim it with bells and honey rings, some berries and tinsel, and popcorn on strings. Mama said, trim it just as you like. I've got to tidy up for the night. This top we won't need anymore. I'll just put it outside the door. Later on that frosty night, Frisky Fox came in to say, he spied the treetop, rubbed his chin, opened a sack and stuffed it in. mistletoe mouse just happened to see the tiniest tip of a Christmas tree. He pulled it through snow and ice, up some stairs. He fell down twice. At last he reached his cozy house. "It's just the right size," said Mrs. Mouse. And at the top, if you please, they placed a star made out of cheese. Oh, wasn't it grand to have a tree exactly like Mr. Willoughby's? That's such a great story, friends, and it reminds us all that if we share a little bit, everybody can enjoy. All right, I know that you're going to head right back to our activities, and I hope you enjoyed Mr. Willoughby's Christmas tree. Bye, friends.